Ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting down for another Spokane Anarchy Wrestling sit-down with none other than your SAW Heavyweight Champion, Jay Trash Manson. Now, Jay, and this is a little unorthodox to have you sitting here with a microphone next to you rather than seeing you inside of a wrestling ring. It's a big night, July 9th. We are on the road to Wrestlerave 10. This is going to be a big night for you, is it not?
It's Wrestlerave 10, of course. It's the biggest show of the year, and it's going to be the biggest show of the decade. So, yeah, of course. Got to be nervous, got to be ready.
Now, speaking of being ready, you're going against somebody, Jay, that you know better than anybody in this company. Your own flesh and blood, one half of the First Family. Since 2013, you guys have proved to be the most dominant faction in Spokane Anarchy Wrestling history. 2014, you cemented it. 2015, you guys created a legacy. But let's talk a little bit about the fall of the First Family. We've never really heard any of your perspective on the mind of Jesse Manson and what led him to turn on you. So what do you think, Jay?
It's tough to say. We've both been a part of this for a long time. I left, he stayed longer than I did. That was my fault, but you know, he stuck around and he did what he was supposed to do, and I can't fault him for doing what he was supposed to do. He brought us where we are. You know, I can't fault him for that, but I can fault him for trying to, you know, just intrude, and you can just see it's the selfishness that's been in there since day one. You know, I can see it. He's spoiled. He's wanting what he wants, and if he ain't getting what he wants, he's going to do this. This is nothing new.
Now, I'd like to bring up a point that Jesse made. As you know, I interviewed him as well. I asked him what he felt that he had to prove going into Wrestlerave 10. His answer was a little bit surprising. He says that he has literally nothing to prove, and you're the one, Jay, that has everything to prove. I had brought up a term, the alpha male of the First Family. Now, he's planning on showing everybody that he feels entitled to being the alpha male. He says you're the one with everything to prove. You're the one that's going in almost as the challenger. He says you're holding his belt. Do you find any truth to that, any merit?
Well, of course. Of course not. Alpha dog, you can put a label on it if you want. I don't see any reason why. You know, we're doing this all for the same thing. I don't see there has to be a name put onto it, you know. And as far as him having nothing to prove, it's actually the opposite. He has everything to prove because, again, this is where he started and this is what he created. And this is what this is all about. Of course, he has something to prove. If he's going to hold on to this, that's everything to prove right here. I mean, he's got just as much to prove as anybody else. He ain't got the strap. That's his own fault. You know, this is what we worked for. You know, so of course he's got this much to prove. This much.
Now, it's been a very interesting and long couple of months for you, Jay. I mean, we've seen the fall of the First Family. You became our SAW Heavyweight Champion your first time.
Yeah.
Lost to Donovan Etzel. You know, you waged war with Donovan for that belt. And now it seems like all the pieces are really starting to fit for Wrestlerave 10. The fall of the First Family, you getting that title back from the studio, and now we have our Memorial Cup champion, Jesse Manson, going up against our heavyweight champion, Jay Manson, in a ladder match of all things.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed a little apprehension right there, Jay, when I mentioned the ladder match. What about a ladder match? What's the significance of the ladder match to you?
It's a dangerous match. People can get hurt. People get hurt in just about every single ladder match. And, well, I don't know anybody that wants to get hurt, you know. So, of course, there's little hang-ups on that. But, you know, this isn't ballet. So, of course, I got to be ready to take some bumps. I got to be ready to take some bruises. I got to be ready to dish them out. You know? So, the ladder match, it's just another thing in the way. You know, just another thing in the way.
So, you have no concerns other than just your own personal safety, because from what I've gathered from Jesse is he's looking to go in and hurt you. He wants more than just that championship. I think the belt represents a significance of this match, yes, but more than anything, I truly, yeah, this is very personal. He's planning on ending your career if he can do so.
He wants to take me on. If that's his plan, let him try. Let him try. Let him try. I'm right here, and I do this for the fans. I don't do this for anybody else. I don't do it for anything. I do it for the fans. And let him try.
Well, Jay, as I close this interview, I would just like to ask, is there any sort of a message you want to send out to Jesse while you have this podium? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Jesse, I'm ready for you. That's all it's going to take, is me standing right here in the center of that ring. I'm ready for you. Belt's 12 feet high, that's fine with me. I'm ready for you. I'm ready. That's all I got to say.
Jay, thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one dangerous match. July 9th, Wrestlerave 10. Everything is at stake.